It's 5:45 p.m., which means it's time for BCTV's Nightly News Roundup. I'm tonight's host, Roland Boyden, and this is 545 Live. Tonight, who's taken $500,000 to the bank with the Commons? Olga Peters has got on the Entergy Injunction why Brattleboro can turn a good man bad while he's still in the womb, where my remote broadcast crew is beaming back from today, when to catch the NRC's glowing report on Vermont Yankee, and more. All that in 15 minutes, so stick with us.
What do you got for me, Gary?
Well, Dash, I got something, but yous won't be liking it. It's another weird one.
It's always weird in this town.
Nothing like this, Dash. They found hair all over the place. This hair everywhere. I won't know much more until it comes back from the lab. But I'll tell you what, it ain't like no hair I've ever seen.
Well, you know who to call.
Welcome back to 545 Live. That's footage taken from the film noir piece Dash. This week, BCTV has been overrun with 11 to 13-year-olds as they produce their Private Eye series as part of our annual summer video camp. To see the complete film, tune in to this very channel at 3:15 p.m., where our campers will be premiering their work. That's this Friday, 3:15 p.m. I expect you to be watching their Dash, the Private Eye film noir series set right here in the murky underbelly of Brattleboro. And with that, we'll jump into our headlines. Big bucks are heading to the village of Algiers as the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development turned over $520,000 in federal grants to Wyndham and Windsor Housing Trust and Housing Vermont for a proposed project that will renovate 2 local buildings into 17 affordable housing units. Next, last week was National Go Skateboarding Day. With so much talk about the upcoming skate park here in town, Brattleboro was up to the task. Let's take a little rewind in time to the remote broadcast from my senior news correspondent team, Joe Bushy and Daryl Pillsbury. What you guys got? Nothing?
Hey, here we are at the Crow Lot. It is National Go Skateboarding Day here, and as you can see, a lot of people turned out for it. They're doing this all around the world. This is just happening all over the place. It's a fun time. As you can see behind me, we got catamount ramps, which we got to give a little kudos to for helping us out here. They're up in Putney area or Westminster area. Townsend, sorry, Joe knew where they were. Anyway, he's done a really good job at providing us with the ramps and stuff so the kids can have a good time. And we even got some adults out here with us. So, as you can see, it's a beautiful day, having a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy. Let you see a little bit about what this is all about and what's people and the different types of people it brings in. That was close. That was close.
You can feel that one.
Anyway, for Daryl and my cameraman Joe, hope you enjoy this little clip right here, and we'll see you next time.
A 545 Live flashback there to last Tuesday, National Go Skateboarding Day, celebrated in Brattleboro up at the Crow Lot. Looks like a lot of fun. All right, and moving on, getting back to our BCTV summer video campers. They've been filling in for me on the weather.
Hi, I'm Kira Johnston, and I'm reporting for the BCTV Summer Camp and 545 Live. The weather for tonight will be 52 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy. Tomorrow's weather will be 72 degrees Fahrenheit with a 20% chance of rain. Back to you, Roland.
We'll just keep moving, and I would like to properly introduce Olga Peters from the Commons because she's got a great little clip here for us. And this is all about the Entergy preliminary injunction request hearings at the U.S. District Court here in Brattleboro that happened Thursday and Friday mornings. She was covering it for the Commons and has more.
So this week in the Commons, we have full comprehensive coverage of the 2 days of the preliminary injunction for the Entergy v. Vermont court case that took place at the Federal District Court in Brattleboro last week. On the website, we have been keeping you updated as new information became available, but definitely check out the paper this week for the full coverage. And for those who have not had a chance to see what's going on with Entergy, in court, Entergy claimed that Vermont has stepped into federal preemption area by trying to regulate radiological safety, and has created an air of uncertainty for employees and the company at the plant, and that if they do not receive the preliminary injunction from Judge Murtha, the plant may be forced to close earlier than 2012. Entergy has also asked, as part of getting ready for its merit case in October, for Judge Murtha to overturn 3 Vermont laws: Act 74, Act 160, and Act 189. The state countered Entergy last week by saying a preliminary injunction would not ease the environment of uncertainty at the plant, because only employees stated that only operating past 2012 would do that. Refueling that Entergy claimed was a huge expense, and they needed to know about the injunction so they could make decisions. The state said that refueling is a regular business risk and expense that Entergy could have, should be preparing for, and that Attorney General William Sorrell said that he didn't feel Entergy had still managed to prove its case for preemption. So that's kind of it. That's like 14 hours of testimony in a very small nutshell. So make sure you read the Commons and find out more.
You can read Olga's work in today's paper, which comes out, Commons comes out every Wednesday, but you can also check it out on the Commons' brand new, updated, sexy website, and the website still resides at commonsnews.org. New issues of the Commons hit newsstands around town Wednesday, and they are free, though they do offer a paid subscription opportunity for you good community-minded citizens. Again, you can find out more information and get updates in between issues by going to commonsnews.org. And with that, it's time to get a little calendar crazy. Here's my awesome calendar intro clip. I'm very good at darts, just so everybody knows. All right. Tomorrow, the Actors Theatre is again putting on Sarah Ruhl's play Dead Man's Cell Phone at their West Chesterfield Playhouse. Proceeds benefit the Brattleboro Area Hospice. You can check out the performance at 7:30 p.m. in the Actors Theatre Playhouse, which resides about 3 miles east of Brattleboro on the corner of Main and Brook Street in West Chesterfield, New Hampshire. And Friday, local artist Azri Aker unveils his new distressed negative still life photography at Through the Music Gallery. The art opening starts at 5:30 this Friday. The gallery can be found up the stairs in the back of the Turn It Up record store in downtown Brattleboro. And a reminder that all this week, the Brooks Memorial Library Strolling of the Heifers book sale has now been knocked down to half price, so all those 25-cent, 20-cent titles are half that. So scrounge up some loose change and add to your personal private library. And if we missed your event or you want more coverage than me pumping your press release into the teleprompter, then email me, Roland Boyden. That's Roland at BrattleboroTV.org, ROLAND at BrattleboroTV.org. And with that, it's time to move on to our BCTV Schedule Quick Glance. The Quick Glance is my opportunity to shamelessly plug what's coming up here on BCTV on both our Comcast cable channels 8 and 10. Tonight, Democracy Now! Continues its Pledge Drive special time slot at 6:30 instead of 7. So for all you out there crushing on Amy Goodman, set your TiVo back a half hour for the rest of this week. And on Channel 8 tonight at 10:30, we have the most recent episode of Marijuana Resolve. This week, hosts Daryl Pillsbury and Vita Crocetta are joined by Larry Block for a piece they've entitled The Joy of Marijuana. And 2 hops up the dial on our government and educational channel, Channel 10, we have complete coverage of last week's NRC safety assessment hearing for Vermont Yankee, which happened at Brattleboro Union High School. Here's a glimpse of that program.
In 2010, Entergy operated Vermont Yankee safely and met all safety cornerstone objectives. This was determined based on independent inspection conducted by 2 resident inspectors, along with numerous region-based specialist inspectors and objective performance indicators.
That's NRC Senior Resident Inspector for Vermont Yankee, David Spindler, commenting on the safety of the aging nuclear power plant. And continuing the quick glance, we have a 2:30 a.m. showing of last week's Development Review Board meeting. Very special. Check that out. And finally, a reminder that you can catch the rebroadcast of the dynamic and ever-entertaining 545 Live the following morning at 9:15 on Channel 10. So if you missed it, I know you try so very hard not to miss 545 Live, but it is on the following morning, 2 hops up the dial from here on Channel 10, so check that out. And as always, you can find our complete schedule for both channels updated to the minute, along with live streaming and video on demand for all local programming at BrattleboroTV.org. And speaking of that, it's we love cheesy alliteration here, and that makes this Website Wednesday, where we get to highlight our own so powerful, so dynamic website and even show you what it looks like on screen. So what I'm going to do is hop on over to BrattleboroTV.org here and show you a little bit about what's going on. Right on the homepage, there's plenty going on for you, including you can scroll down to the bottom and get a schedule listing for both channels that's updated to the minute. So here's some of these programs that I was talking about. Some Marijuana Resolve. Here's a rebroadcast of 545 Live tomorrow. Be sure to check that out, the NRC Safety Assessment Hearing. So that alone is a great tool. And then, of course, we've been posting many a blog post. Here's footage from the ME's office that we set up in our studio here with a cadaver in it. So a little piece about our BCTV summer camp going on. And we continue to post blog posts about local programming that we're highlighting. And where do you find that local programming? Right over here on the sidebar, we've got a thing called Watch Local Shows on Demand, where you can find all our local programming and watch at your convenience. Over 400 local shows are archived there. But if you want to stream the channels live, heck, do that right from the homepage. Click 8 and then make sure you click play following clicking the thing. Whoa, here's a crazy echo thing. Since we're actually listening to 545 Live streaming, here we are over on Channel 10. Very cool. And then you can go to Watch Local Shows on Demand when you want to actually go back in time, track down things that have already played, but you still need to see them, like, of course, catching up on all additional episodes of 545 Live, like my special from outside the courthouse on last Thursday.
Today and tomorrow, the first court hearing where Entergy is trying to get the courts to give them an injunction allowing them to keep operating in spite of the fact that they don't have permission to do so from the state of Vermont.
A little taste of my extended 545 Live special outside the courthouse and the U.S. District Courthouse here in downtown Brattleboro, where protesters on both sides of the coin gathered outside in preparation for Entergy's preliminary injunction request hearing. So there you go. That's about all I got for you, which makes this a full lid. But before you switch over to Around the Horn, remember, we'll be back tomorrow with more from our Summer Video Campers cell phone cinematography from senior news correspondent Joe Bushy, a 545 Live special on the Actors Theater Playhouse, and more for 545 Live and BCTV. I'm Roland Boyden saying good night, everybody.